Be quiet, woman. And on that note, welcome to the At Random podcast.
Be quiet, woman. Just softly somebody saying something in the background.
You probably can't hear Batman today because the Chinese found out about the last episode and they sent some SARS and like coronavirus in the mail when she got a Wish package the last week. So she's sick. She's MIA.
Yeah. This is a bro-episode.
It is. The first one.
It's just bros being dudes and dudes being
That's
bros.
why it started up with just shut up, woman, or be quiet, woman, you know?
I think that was the best way to start this episode.
I think it was positive note, good energy, you know? So,
yeah.
Andy, what's up?
Nothing much. I'm just happy to have a little bro moment with you. This definitely won't turn gay in any way.
Not any chance whatsoever, which I can categorically say is a lie. But
well, you know I'll never stop trying.
Just as a
Gotta get
little
that
PSA, you might hear Batman dying in the background occasionally or throwing in weird comments because I think she's going to listen in. So if you hear her like dying in the background, just ignore that. Also, there's a giant storm outside right now. So if there's like wind noise, sorry, but
yeah, Europe
blame
is
nature.
fucked at the moment. I think the entirety of Europe is like either in wind or on fire, which I don't know. I think we deserve it.
I think so.
Hey, have you, by the way, hitting on last week's episode, have you checked the weird news sites and shit
I have
like
not.
that?
Should I be?
Nah, dude, you should. Fuck yeah. The coronavirus is way more severe than they let it out to be. I think I set one on the messenger chat of the mortality number, like people that died from the virus, and like one day it showed like I can't remember. Wait, let me just quickly on the 1st of February, 2020, which is this year for the people that aren't following. That the sickness toll in the city of where did it start? Wuhan, yeah, was 24,589.
Jesus.
On February the 2nd, that number changed to 304.
Fucking hell.
So a day later, there's actually less people sick.
Yeah.
And like it's fucked because like the people that died from it, the 1st of January is 15,000, 2nd of January is 14,000. So they're fidgeting numbers all over the fucking place.
Batman said something to me today. They said 817 have died. So that's the thing with China. You just can't trust them.
Yeah. So it's like whatever it is for the people out there, if you want the reality of the situation, it's probably worse.
Yeah.
Not to make you scared or anything, but be fearful. Your family is gonna die. No, I'm just kidding.
Go to your, your bathrooms or your laundry and just grab that bleach bottle and just start drinking. All right, just get it over with.
Preemptively.
You don't need to live anymore.
Don't do that. Listen,
no, don't do that.
No, Jerry, no,
don't
do
force
that.
other people you don't like to do that.
Listen, if we're getting to the point where I'm the voice of reason, this shit is getting out of hand so fucking
it's going to get much more out of hand as this goes on, I think, with what we have lined up here.
Oh, yeah.
So,
yeah. Oh, by the way, I've been looking into conspiracy shit because I wanted to push my episodes toward that angle a little bit, like the weirder
Which
stuff
is
in the
how
world.
you are. It's your interest, so it makes sense.
Yeah. The podcast, I don't think we're in trouble yet, but we might end up being in trouble.
Are you saying...
Like I told you about this yesterday, I just need to find the right person to talk to, but I'm balls deep into some research.
We might be dragged off to some like prison in Brussels, like underground facility.
No, it just made me question like everything in our existence, and like it's so weird. I was talking to this person from the government, and I was like, as I was speaking to her, I was sort of thinking out loud and going like, oh, wait, but that doesn't add up, and blah 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 blah, and blah 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 blah, and so why does blah 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 blah? So I was asking all these questions to the person that was responsible of probably covering everything up, and they did seem to be somewhat surprised by the things that I said.
Wait,
and
he's not just like some redneck farmer. Like,
no, this was an
things.
actual this was fucking Brussels. This was capital Belgium. Like this was a banking person.
Yeah, but they probably thought that you were like some like potato farmer, just like making fries all day long.
I am just not gonna write anything incriminating in my messenger on Facebook anymore at this point, because I am definitely being watched by somebody.
First the Chinese, now the Belgians. Jesus Christ. I mean, okay, I'm more fearful of China, to be honest, but I don't know. Maybe Belgium plays the nice guy act and is actually like more evil.
Oh,
I mean, they made you, I guess. So,
well, if you want to know what I'm talking about, come listen to next week's episode, because I got some shit lined up for you that will rock your conspiracy world.
I can't wait. It's going to be great. Like from the little bit, like the little hints you've given me. I think it's going to be great.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, if the episode is something else, if we're talking about a very airy subject next week, then I've gotten into legal issues and I can't talk about it.
Or if we just like vanish.
And that's all I'm going to say about that. Like, I cannot say anything more. Like, if the subject isn't that, like, conspiracy-wise, it's because I'm, there's
someone
problems.
put their balls in his mouth and gagged him. From the government.
I've already been told, like, I haven't gotten a cease and desist notice from anyone, but I've been told by somebody that it's better to accept stuff and not ask questions. Basically, that's what they said, like, long and short of it.
Damn, you are actually investigating things, and here I am with just some fun and games today.
Don't say it that depressed. Fucking get
this
the
is
mood
gonna
up,
be great,
dipshit.
So keep
cool.
an eye out, or ear out, I guess, for next week's episode. Make sure you listen to that. But for this week, because it was only the two of us, originally I had another idea which I'll do in a couple weeks. But I thought, and after the last 2 weeks have been pretty heavy, pretty morbid, zombie apocalypses and epidemics and pandemics and things. So I was like, okay, let's lighten the mood a bit.
Yes, fun stuff.
What we're going to do here today is Andy and I are going to run through a text adventure game, 3 of them to be precise, if we have time, like online that we found. So basically, I'm going to narrate and Andy's going to make some choices.
I've known this for the last 5 minutes. You found all this.
I tried to find highly sexual games because I thought it'd be funnier, but like they were all actually animated and like had to download like 2 gigabytes, and I was like, I don't think I want this on my computer. Like, I'm going to have someone knocking on my door like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You're like a deviant. Going to lock you up for like, I don't know. Too much hentai stuff out there, man. It's too much. Too much.
There's never too much hentai.
Oh, there is when it's like an interactive game with like a werewolf lady with a giant labia and just like getting reach arounds and stuff. It was weird. With like transgender anime chicks getting like reach arounds from elephants and stuff. I don't know. I saw some weird shit. Okay. So yeah. So we're not doing that.
Is that stare in your eyes?
So instead, I found this website called textadventures.co.uk. So I picked out 3 games, or I guess they're games, or stories, that's probably a better word. So I'm going to sort of narrate it.
All right.
Andy is following along on his end, so he's going to choose. Most of them have like a couple choices. And we'll see where we end up. We'll see if he makes the right choices. Because I played through a couple. There are points in the story where you can hit a dead end if you make the wrong choice. So let's see how far you get. And so the first game is called Zombolocaust. The end is pretty close. And the author is Peter Carlson. Let's get into it. So, you feel as though a great weight has been lifted off your shoulders as the credits to Murder Proof roll on your smart TV screen. Small TV screen. Okay. See, I need to learn how to
Yeah,
read.
small TV screen.
Ever since the game came out 2 weeks ago, you've isolated yourself in your small basement apartment and devoted every waking hour to beating what most critics are calling the most challenging and violent video game of all time.
Oh god, fuck yeah. Roll some heavy metal music right there.
You realize it's been 2 weeks since you've seen sunlight as you dig through empty bags of potato chips. It's time to go out and get some food. You lazy fuck.
Okay.
That's not in the story. I'm ad-libbing a little bit here, you know. Like a mole leaving the warmth and security of an underground lair, you exit the cluttered room and wander through the empty hallway of the apartment building.
I can relate to all this, by the way.
We've all
Continue.
been there. That's me with The
let's
Witcher.
see.
Oh, continue. Okay, here we go. Oh, okay. Sometimes it lags up a bit, so if there's a bit of an awkward pause, that's
Yeah.
why. Okay, so
Mhm.
you see splashes of red on the walls of the hallway. What idiot spilled the red paint, you think? You push the door open and wander out into the eerily desolate streets. Something doesn't feel right. Maybe it's just your diet of soda, chips, and salsa finally kicking in. The grocery store is
Okay.
just around the corner. You see 2 figures in the middle of the road, one crouched over the other. You're partially blinded by the unfamiliar light of the sun, but it looks like the men are covered in blood.
Okay, so first off, if you see red stuff and it's still wet on a wall, you're just not gonna think about paint. You're gonna lick that
Of
shit.
course.
So I already know it's blood. Cause I'm down to get that AIDS. I'm sorry. No.
After last week, do you want to join those numbers, do you?
Yeah, no. No, I'm immediately thinking blood when I see red on
you
the
would think
wall.
that, right?
So I'd imagine empty streets. This is a fucking zombie apocalypse. This is just me thinking out loud, by the way. So I'm not going to help them out. I'm gonna go the
So
other
we had
way.
2 options, go help them out or go the other way, and you chose to go the other way. Okay,
Go the other way.
let's
yeah.
go. +1 to cautiousness. Oh, you've skilled up.
Ooh,
Good job.
yeah.
You turn to leave. You're no doctor after all. As you're rounding the corner, the crouching man spins around and spots you, his green eyes and mouth dripping with blood.
Yeah.
There's a
see?
large X shape cut on his face. He hisses and
Yeah.
leaves the motionless man in the street to pursue you.
Yeah, fucking bolt. I got an option here to run. I got an option to fight. I'm a little sissy boy. I'm
It's
running
running.
away from
All
this
right.
shit.
Insert running sound effect.
Dude, that
Oh,
was
yeah.
awesome.
You sprint away from the crazed man in panic, crying for help. You regret not getting that gym membership a month back as exhaustion immediately kicks in. Immediately? Holy fuck.
Fat
Jesus
fuck, that's
Christ.
right. I've been locked up for
Yeah.
2 weeks. I got no stamina except for jerking off.
Up ahead, you see the door to Marvin's comic books is slightly ajar. The madman is gaining on you. What do? You can take refuge in the store, or you can keep running.
Yeah, I know, but there's gonna be nothing in that comic book store to fucking help me out beat this motherfucker. But I am exhausted, so I guess hiding would be the best spot. Also, from what I know, I'm a gamer, so I'm a fucking geek, which hi, that's me. Yeah, let's take refuge in the comic book store. I don't want to get exhausted.
I think that's a good
or
idea. We
anything
all
like
know
that.
as well that normally, it might seem like a bad idea at first, but that's always where the best loot is as well. You probably have to kill some legendary zombie, but then you get a shotgun or something. Come on. Video games just taught us
but I
this.
can take the legendary zombie, no question.
So, alright, you take refuge.
This'll be fucked.
You throw yourself through the door and quickly shut it behind you, flipping the lock. The bloody-faced man smashes up against the glass and bounces backwards, forming a large spiderweb crack. What do?
I don't
He can either barricade the door with a bookshelf or he can run out the back.
If I would see how big these bookshelves are, I'm gonna think comics bookstores, they don't have that much money to start up, so these are probably pretty flimsy bookshelves. Yeah, I'm gonna run out the back. I'm
You'll love it out the back, don't you?
Usually like it in the back.
Whee!
Yeah, I was
Easy
gonna
one.
say the same pun. Just like me.
At least you're honest about it.
Shut up, woman.
You probably can't. She's not going to come through the mic. People are just going to think we're schizophrenic. Like telling a ghost to shut up.
Whatsoever. I just think it's fucking fun.
All right. With no time to lose.
I love you, Ali, if you can hear me.
With no time to lose, you make a break for the back exit. The door is heavy and turns slowly with its old hinges as a woman with green eyes emerges from the other room. The madman smashes through the glass door and both crazies come at you. I've been here. I've been here before. Finally, the doors swing open and you slip out the back alley. You slam the door shut mere seconds before your pursuers crash up against it.
Alright, cool.
You finally have a minute to catch your breath as you briskly jog through back alleys looking for normal people. What's going on?
Okay.
I stay in my room for 2 weeks and the world goes to hell? You think to yourself. You wonder about the fate of people you know, but it's not a long reflection because you've always been sort of a loner. Not much family and not a lot of friends. There are really only a few people you care about in this world. Fucking loner. So here you have two choices. You can either look for your best buddy Woodrow or look for your ex-girl Zoe.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. She's my ex-girlfriend. This is a bro episode, so of course I'm gonna go for my best buddy Woodrow. Also, I'm bi, so I can suck his cock. I don't need the bitch. Let's fucking do this.
Now we're in uncharted territories because I chose the other option in the testing. So.
Oh, you were gonna run for your ex?
I thought it'd be funnier.
Ooh.
Right. Oh, now we're in uncharted territory. Let's go. You give Woodrow a call, but there's no answer. The walk to his house isn't very far. You're careful to avoid other green-eye freaks as you dart between bushes and houses in Woodrow's suburban neighborhood. Many houses are boarded up and have been tagged by graffiti. Good neighborhood, I see.
Okay.
Finally, you reach Woodrow's house, but it seems like a mere shell of the home where you spent so many childhood afternoons. You hear a commotion going on inside and peer through a shattered window. There's a man and a woman standing over a beaten and bloodied man. The beaten man has the same messy brown hair as Woodrow. Oh, God. Food, medicine, and guns, yells the woman as she delivers a strong kick to Woodrow. Where's the food, medicine, and guns? Tell us or we'll throw you in the rotters and you'll get the green eyes too. Oh, throw you to the rotters, that's my apologies.
Rotters, you must mean those green-eyed freaks. Alright, so I can charge in and save Woodrow. I can sneak in and surprise Woodrow's attackers. Now, to be fair here, this is the moment Woodrow is on his own. I'd be fucking
To be honest,
balding.
His name's Woodrow, so does he need to be saved with a fucking shit name like that?
Yeah, I don't think Woodrow is the sort of survivor name. If his name was Max Power, I'd say
Woodrow was probably the kid who was bullied his entire life. Like, he probably started this whole thing.
Let's face it. Woodrow, up until this point in his life, has been my penis puppet. Yeah. But I don't want to lose my penis puppet, so I'm gonna sneak in and surprise Woodrow's attackers because that seems like the smartest thing to do.
Ooh, you level up your cautiousness again. Damn, you're on fire.
Again.
You lurk around the back of the house and climb in through an open window. Careful to be quiet, you look for a weapon. You know where Woodrow's dad kept his tools, so you arm yourself with a large wrench and stealth your way over to the room where Woodrow was being beaten. This sounds like Dead Island. Just running around with wrenches, beating people on the head. Yeah. You see the attackers took...
Or a Saturday night.
Yeah, I mean, if that's how your Saturdays go over where you live, sure. Gotta fight people off just to drive out through your front door. I don't know, whatever. Belgium's a weird place. You see the attackers talking to each other while standing over Woodrow's still body. In a swift motion, you dart behind the man and strike him in the back of the head with the wrench. He drops to the floor and the woman turns to you knife in hand. You parry her attack. Holy shit, you're like Dark Soulsing this shit. And hit her across the hand. She howls in pain and falls backwards. Please, don't hurt me. I give. She cries. I don't know what she's giving you, but something. Blowjob, maybe?
Yeah. I don't need that from her.
She probably doesn't have any teeth.
I mean, yeah. Ooh, gum job. I don't know. So I got the option to leave her and help Woodrow, which might give me an extra ally, but then I can knock her unconscious. Here's the thing. I'm thinking, like, further in the story, she's gonna come back and haunt me. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know.
At the same time, I think like if
Has
I'm
it been
Woodrow,
has it been that on the nose? I don't think so. I don't know.
If I'm Woodrow and you had the chance to knock her out, so I could beat the shit out of her while she was unconscious.
Wait, so
did
did I knock the fucker out? Let me reread. The man strike him in the back of the head with a wrench. He drops to the floor, and the woman turns to you.
You basically killed the dude.
I'm guessing. I don't know if he's dead though. That's the problem. If he's dead, I could let her live because she won't have an accomplice to be like, let's go get him. Look, since he's knocked out, they were together. I wouldn't keep him from not being together, so I'm gonna knock her out as well.
I like it. It's logical, Just logic. Keep them together. What a nice guy.
I got +1 aggression on that. That's good.
You ignore the woman's pleas and hit her hard across the head. Her body goes limp. She'll feel that when she wakes up. If she wakes up.
Yeah.
You crouch down next to Woodrow. But his body is motionless. You push him, but get no response. Good. You're too late. You turn over the body and a wave of guilty relief floods over you. It isn't Woodrow at all, just someone with similar hair. They probably broke in to hide here when everything started falling apart. Continue. Damn, you basically just killed a lady for no reason.
Yeah.
The glass patio door shatters as a rotter charges in, eyes green and mouth dripping with blood. The front door bursts open as well, and you hear ominous growls from the other room. The house is surrounded. They must have heard the commotion and swarmed. Your exits are being quickly cut off. Well, you get 3 options now. All
right. I'm a run through. So I got the options to run upstairs, go downstairs to the basement, or fight through the rotters. I'm gonna go with option A. I'm gonna go run upstairs because the roof might give me an access point out.
Yeah, and I mean, in the basement sounds like a death trap. I mean, you're essentially stuck underground.
Yeah, that's basically just where you go to die.
Alrighty.
Oh shit. Okay.
Did you press the wrong button? Oh. No, I see now.
Just read it.
You sprint up the familiar stairs of Woodrow's house as rotters are closing in on your heels. There are too many to fight, so you throw yourself through a window as the rotters grab at your feet. You're cut by a shower of shattered glass as you tumble into Woodrow's front lawn. You wince in pain and grip your ankle. You twisted it on landing, and you're having trouble running. More rotters start running around the house towards you, and you try desperately to limp away. But you're soon tackled to the ground. You are torn apart by a swarm of rotters. Dead.
God damn it. All right. See, 1, I wouldn't jump through the fucking glass. I'd be more sensible and open the fucking window. 2, I'd find a way off the fucking roof without having to break every bone in my body. This shit sucks.
All right. Don't hate the game, man. I mean, there is a checkpoint. You can go back and do the other options if you please.
Wait, how far are we in this episode?
About halfway.
We're 28 minutes in. I'd say, I'm dead. I'm just fucking dead. Let's fucking kill me.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, you lasted longer than you could have. When I did a playthrough, I think I lasted all of 3 clicks. I mean, you got pretty far.
Yeah. I just think it's a shame I didn't get to use Woodrow one last time before I kicked the bucket. You know what my grandpa said before he kicked the bucket?
What was that?
Watch me kick this bucket.
Oh my God. You can tell you're a father. You really can sometimes. I mean, you're generally quite a funny guy, but sometimes, no. But we have Peter Carlson to thank for that wonderful story. It's actually super cool because what you chose when I said I chose to go to save his ex-girlfriend is completely different. Yeah. 100% different. Yeah, okay. So this is actually really cool to check out.
Just out of curiosity, why did you choose the ex-girlfriend
I just thought because it was the less obvious one, like a Batman in the background.
I hope your mic picked that up. His wife just went in the background. Yeah, why?
Well, I just assumed most people aren't going to choose that, right? So it's probably the better option.
Wait, but you wouldn't go after your
I would, but I'm trying to put my gamer hat on here and be like, that seems like the death route.
Okay, you were trying to choose the wise option.
And it's pretty cool.
Okay, well, let's go on to the next one. See how I fare
The next one is hilarious. It's quite short. I love it. If we have time, we can always go back to the zombie one. You can choose another point. But
All right.
So this one is
cool.
called Fight Chub by Chuck Down. What a guy. This one gave me a good laugh when I read this.
Okay.
All right. Once upon a time, there was a chubby boy. The boy was really, really craving chili cheese dogs. He asked his friend Miles for some chili cheese dog money. Miles told the chubby boy.
Wait. Miles has chili cheese dog
has money for
Who has that? Miles is the fucking best. Yeah.
But Miles told the chubby boy, I have no money. I spent it all on those dope-ass Pokemon cards. That is how Miles sounds, obviously. This information shocked the chubby boy, as he truly, dearly, vehemently desired some dope-ass chili dogs. So he thought to himself, how will I acquire these dope-ass chili dogs?
All right, what are my options here?
You can either resell Miles's Pokemon cards at your local comic book shop, or you can go to Walgreens and enter in Fight Club to fight for the money, for the dog money. Chili dog money.
Dude, I want these chili dogs, man. Like, I want them right now. I ain't waiting to get, like, money from Pokemon cards.
Oh, yeah, Scooter. Thank God you chose that one.
Chili dogs.
Okay, so you chose to go to Walgreens and enter the Fight Club to win money for your chili dogs. The chubby boy signs up for the Fight Club, but the local bully Thomas has also entered into the fights this evening. The chubby boy remembers the last purple nurple.
Thomas.
What? Purple nurple? I don't know what that is. It must be some American thing.
Yeah, that's a twisty. That's a titty twister.
Okay.
That's when you. That's when you do it until they're purple.
He remembers the last purple nurple that the bully gave him. It hurt, which fueled his lust for chili dogs.
Yeah, read my options. Read my options here.
All right, the options are find an alternative money-making solution or punch Thomas in the dick.
Punch Thomas in the dick, of course.
It's 10 in the morning and the chubby boy quickly realized that punching Thomas in the dick was a poor decision. Thomas's dick reverberates like a gong in Chinatown. It sounds like 1-2. The problem is, Thomas is a tank engine, and the chubby boy proceeds to break his hand on the cold steel. Time to fight.
Okay, I got one option here, which is go to Fight Club, fight time, fun time. I don't know what it is, but like, all right, let's do it.
Over the PA system, the announcer at Walgreens announces, Chubby Bunny, this is your first time to fight. You have to fight. This startles the chubby boy, but he then dons his fake rabbit ears and proceeds to the stadium in Walgreens. Why is there a stadium in Walgreens?
God, I don't know. It's just, this is
Chubby
good.
Bunny is his first owner, but no one really talks about that. In a heart-wrenching plot twist, his best friend Miles, the guy from before with the Pokemon cards, is his first opponent. Holy shit.
Oh,
I mean,
fuck
crap.
that guy.
Miles, I can't believe it's you. How did this happen? Pokemon cards ain't cheap, Miles says with a different accent.
Is everybody in this town fighting
apparently.
for money?
Miles says confidently as he removes his shirt to reveal several combat scars from his past bouts. The chubby boy begins to sweat. Not because he's chubby, but because he's nervous. And it's also kind of hot in the Walgreens. Right. His knees aren't that weak, but they're sort of shaky right now. The man on the PA system begins the countdown. Battlers, prepare yourselves. The Fight of Fight Club nightclub begins in 3, 2, 1, fight.
What are my
best
options here?
Ever. You can either punch Miles in the dick or punch him in the dick twice.
All right. Well, you know, he's got the battle scars. I'm quick with dick punching, so let's punch him in the dick twice.
God. Yes. I knew you would go this way. Miles, having anticipated Chubby Bunny's previous attempts at dick punching, avoided the first punch with ease, but upon further inspection of his dick was thoroughly was thoroughly sock-em-boppered by Chubby Bunny on his dick. Miles went down wallowing in his own shame, sorrow, regret, remorse, hating Digimon, and worst of all, a pile of his own vomit, which faintly smelled like chili dogs. This intrigued the chubby kid as he sniffed the vomit thoroughly. Huh. It smells like chili dogs. Miles? Yes, Miles says as he looks up to the chubby boy, choking back tears. I thought you spent your money on Pokemon cards. Well, you see, Miles then proceeds to explain the plot twist in the story. So you can either listen to the plot twist or you can eat his vomit. It's so ridiculous.
What? These are not options.
It's the best.
Like, neither of them are fucking. I wouldn't smell chili dogs on vomit, and I like. All right, let's just eat the vomit. Let's just fucking do that. All right.
Why would you eat the vomit? You die, but at least you ate chili dogs. Oh, God.
Oh, this is the best
this
thing
story
ever.
was great.
Oh, God. Oh, man.
Oh, no. I
That
just want
was
to read
a-
out what happens if you
that
do
was
the
a
plot twist, because it's
fun
great.
one.
I'm just gonna quickly go through it.
Okay.
If I remember all your options, which is obvious. It's just punch in the dick as many times as possible. All right.
Yeah.
So if you listen to the plot twist, this is what would have happened.
Yeah.
Miles gets up, wiping his fursuit down to clean himself off his mess. He then looks
Yeah.
to the chubby boy, kindness in his eyes. He knew, in the end, he was nothing more than a chubby bunny. But that was okay, because he knew that he needed something. Anything. Sadly, all Miles had was a hand that balled up into a fist, then, like clockwork, proceeded to sock the chubby boy right in the dick. The chubby boy fell over, writhing in pain as Batman turned back into Bruce Wayne, but Miles saw through his clever disguise as the chubby bunny gripped his groin in between his chubby thighs. Welcome to the real world, chubby bunny, Miles said, as he took Bruce Wayne's hand and flew off through the skylight in Walgreens. The chubby boy that day learned that Miles was an arsehole, and chili dogs just aren't worth dealing with arseholes.
Well, they're not. They're actually not. They're not worth it.
Do you think Bruce Wayne sponsors this
be.
Fight Club? That's how he made all of his money.
I think
like
he made
fat
it.
kids fighting in Walgreens,
Yeah.
which I'm pretty sure is like a supermarket
Of
chain.
course. Yeah, that's how he got his powers.
Maybe he owns Walgreens. Makes sense.
You think that entire fight with Bane where he breaks his back was just, like, underneath it was about chili dogs?
I think he's more like a jalapeno popper sort of guy than chili dogs.
Cool.
Bruce Wayne. Maybe that's what they're arguing
fucking
about.
reminds me. What? How does Bane eat?
Through his butt. Haven't you seen South Park? Shits through the grill in his mouth and then puts food up his ass.
Logic. Good.
I mean, obviously.
All right, let's
All right. Well, after that ridiculousness,
let's just move on from
thank
that
you
one.
to Chuck Down, because that gave me a
Please.
great laugh.
Yeah.
All right, this one is also
Yeah.
equally
All
as
right.
ridiculous, potentially. It's called,
Okay.
oh my god, the name is ridiculously long. Something about like a native werewolf in the streets of London. I think it was misnamed because
Yeah.
it has nothing to do with any of those things.
The Native American Werewolf in London, the video
Yeah,
game.
it's not that.
is what
I think
it's
it's
called.
misnamed.
No, it's not. It's the Native American Werewolf in London, the video
Yeah, there's a
Gmae.
spelling mistake at the title.
It's that's the name if you wanna.
Yeah,
if you wanna
shit, what was
do
it?
that
Who's the
as
author?
well.
I can't remember. So yeah, Z Hooker, I think. Z Hooker was the author on this website. Like Z Hooker.
Zhooker. Yeah, because a hooker was taken.
All right.
As they are.
So this is it's quite a short one, but it's there's some funny stuff here.
No. Okay.
You are in the Oval Office. You can see a presidential telephone,
Of course.
a cell phone, a presidential chair, and Abdul. A pretty nice office. It's yours. You worked hard all your life, rose to the top, and now you're the president, Mr. Obama. So I don't know if you could see them, but so you get a few options. Like it says places and objects on the right hand side there, and you can like say you want to do things with things.
Okay. So I'm gonna go to Abdul and I'm gonna speak to him. No, wait, I can seduce him. No, I'm gonna speak to him. Let's just start there. I'm gonna speak to Abdul.
He says nothing.
He says nothing. Okay, let's seduce him.
You find out Abdul's name is actually Abdullah, and he's actually a beautiful woman. You make love to her all night long. It's the greatest moment of your life.
Of course I would.
You divorce Michelle and establish world peace through love and harmony.
Through love and harmony.
Yeah,
I win.
Won.
See, that's the way to go. Just seduce everybody.
I'll drop your top tip. Restart it and open Abdul.
Wait, what?
Just okay. Start again and go to Abdul and open him.
I don't know where your mind was at when you fucking played this game.
I read the comments on the reviews.
Liking it, sir.
It's worth it.
Okay, I'm gonna restart. Hold on, just give me a couple of seconds here. I'm still curious about the Zombolocaust. If I would have picked a different path.
I mean, we got some time. We can always go back.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, I'm just gonna try and click the link again. Jesus Christ, rain is pouring down now. Like, you'll probably pick this up on my mic. I am sorry, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, we can blame you for many things, but not the rain. You're not that powerful yet.
Not yet, no.
Yet is the operative word there. Ah, alright, well, it broke.
God damn it.
It broke for me. But basically, if you open Abdul, two things can happen.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, they'll say people will hear the screams, and then somehow he can flip the tables on you and rape you and kill you. Or you can rape him and kill him. It's
nice.
It's a beautiful, uplifting story.
I can't do like 2 for 2, like I'll rape him, he'll rape me.
I think so. I mean, why not? But let's go back to Zombolocaust then, because you were curious on what happened.
Yeah, that one I'm trying to load that one out as well.
Yes, I'm back.
Is it? Yes.
So where do we want to begin from?
I'm just gonna go back to the roof. All right. So the glass patio door shatters as a rotter charges in, eyes green and mouth dripping with blood. The front door bursts open as well, and you hear an ominous growls from the other room. The house is surrounded. They must have heard commotion and swarmed. Wait, let's take another logic here. Somebody bursts in through the front door, and the glass patio shatters.
Which I'm assuming is on the back of the house.
Yeah, exactly. So they don't know that I'm there. So if I run upstairs, I die. I know that. If I fight through the rotters, I already know there's too many. So maybe if I go down to the basement quietly and take a sneaky, I can hide there. And maybe Woodrow, my penis puppet, is there as well.
All right, so you go downstairs to the basement. What happens? Oh, let's see. You make a break for the basement door. The musty smell is familiar, and you remember countless games of hide and go seek that you've had.
Yeah, and if you found each other, you had to suck something. But you leave the lights off, because you wouldn't want to know what it is.
The rotters are hot on your heels as you run into Woodrow's dad.
I had a messed up childhood, I'm sorry.
Oh, you absolutely did.
I'm kidding.
The rotters are hot on your heels as you run into Woodrow's dad's old office and throw the door closed. The sound of fingernails against wood fill your ears as the rotters begin slowly tearing down the door. Jesus Christ, they never heard of kicking. You climb up on Woodrow's dad's old desk and push open the basement window. You crawl out onto the lawn as the rotters rip the door off the hinges and rush in. They miss you by seconds as you roll out into the yard and get up into a sprint. Rotters begin trailing you down the street as you furiously pump your arms and legs. Are you already tired again? Oh, up ahead you see the old movie theater.
Yeah,
do you want to keep running or take refuge?
That's a thing, though. Now, I'm doubting because I haven't gotten, like, an +1 stamina, right?
No, that's true. Yeah, exactly.
So far. So I'd imagined I keep being fastly exhausted. I just knocked down 2 people, and
you already ran
basically
a bit
not going to bother me anymore because the rotters are in there and probably eating them. So I'm going to take refuge in the theater.
All right, he takes refuge in the theater. Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
All right. You run up to the old theater and see the front doors are locked tight. You shove them and slam against them, crying for help. A woman appears in the ticket booth behind the thick glass window. She has wavy red hair and green eyes, not pure green like the rotters, but emerald rings of hue wrapping around her pupils. Get out of here, she hisses. You bring the rotters right to us. So your choices are, let me in, please. Let me in, I have food. Let me in, I know the cure. Or you abandon the theater and run.
Listen, these motherfuckers are running after me, so, like, I'm not wasting time. That door is locked, it's locked. I gonna keep running. Ah, man, that's gonna fucking... I'm gonna die.
Alright, you keep running. Okay, let's see what
Yeah,
happens.
I'm dead.
Yeah.
You avoid the theater and keep up your pace, though you're slowly getting tired. Fatigue is setting in, and you're not sure how much longer you can run. You glance back at a small swarm of rotters still chasing you. Turning back around, you see a rotter run out of a nearby alley and tackle you to the ground. You're swarmed. Dead.
Probably should have told him you had food.
All right. I'm gonna, like, can we go back to the theater?
Yeah, that's fine. We got time. Because
Can
if you
we...
press checkpoint, it just goes back to the next,
Oh,
the
okay.
last option. So if you press,
Okay, cool.
when you die in this story, just for people listening, if you want to eventually check it out, if you die
Alright.
and you want to see what happens in another choice, you just press the checkpoint button. It will take you back to the last choice.
Okay, that's cool.
Okay, so you saw up ahead's the old movie theater. You say take refuge in there. Okay, so now you've got your options again. You can talk to them or run away and die.
I don't think I have too much time because I am being chased by rotters, so I'm gonna blatantly lie. And I'm gonna say... I don't think it's too... I think it's too fast. Like, people are just generally worried about their safety instead of food at this point. So I'm gonna lie and say, let me in, I know the cure.
Ooh, okay.
It's gonna cost me once I'm in, but...
Ooh, +1 smarts.
Ooh.
Ooh, you leveled up. Cha-ching.
After I died 2 times, I'm getting smart.
Yeah, damn, well, I mean, it's like, Super Mario Bros. You get replays and stuff.
Yeah, true. When's the mushroom eating begin?
Exactly. Well, wait till you get the tail hat and you can just like fly around and you don't even have to worry anymore.
I was just thinking about thripping balls during a zombie apocalypse. That would have been fun.
That's probably what this guy is doing anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. So you say, let me in, I know the cure. A look of shock spreads over the girl's face, as if she doesn't know how to act. What did you say? She asked, perplexed. I know the cure, but if I die now, humanity is doomed, you cry. You have to believe me. The rotters are getting closer. The girl runs around the ticket booth to the front door, and you hear the lock click. She pulls the door open and slams it shut again as you dive in, moments before the rotters are on you. You can hear them scratching against the heavy door as you get onto your feet. A man walks over to the two of you from deeper inside the theater. Allison, who is this? He asks. This guy said he knows the cure. She began talking quickly. I don't know what came over me. I know we already have a lot of mouths to feed, but I figured I might be saving the last hope of humanity. She slumps against the wall as if she's embarrassed of you. As if saving your life was childish and naive. Damn, you fucking brought her spirits way down. It's okay, Allison, says the man. Saving a life is always worth it. He turns to you. My name's Jason. I'm happy you're here, but don't waste your time telling me you know the cure. Nobody even knows how this started. Jason gestures for you to follow him further into the theater. Let me show you what we've got going on here.
Okay, so they're not too worried about me lying.
No, this is a swingers club for sure. Post-apocalyptic swinger club.
Yeah.
Jason shows you around the old theater. There are about a dozen people sitting around playing with cards or eating granola bars. There are young and old, but they all have a similar look of exhaustion and sadness. We've been hiding out here for about a week, says Jason. We're always short on food, water, and medicine. Feel free to socialize with your fellow survivors. Sometimes just talking to someone is a great medicine, builds hope. Also, if you could go out and collect some supplies, it'd be appreciated. Bitch, you just fucking let him in. Now he's just kicking you out again. What a guy.
I don't think he's kicking me. Actually, in this sort of situation, I do think I'd like to think that I'd be trying to be helpful to people.
Yeah, you gotta prove your worth before they kill you and eat you.
I don't think socializing is. I do think they're fucking fast on like letting me help find supplies because like, do you want to put that trust into somebody What if you find a huge depot and they just run off with it? So I think that's a dumb choice.
That's true.
To let me do that, because you don't know how. Like, I just blatantly lied to these people, and they're saying like, "Oh, you can help us out." That's fucking fine.
Yeah.
So yeah, Jason is a jackass for doing that. But yeah, I think I'd try and, like, I don't know, socialize, go help find supplies. Let's find supplies. Let's
right,
let's help
supplies.
these people eat and drink a bit. I don't think talking to somebody will fill bellies. So
well, unless you want to fill them with semen.
I can help out with that as well.
Of course, especially if Woodrow's there.
Mm.
Jason is the leader of the group of survivors in the theater, and he puts you with Allison to go get food and medicine for their small society. Together, you sneak out the back of the theater and carefully travel through rotter-infested streets. Allison leads you to Mundo Trove, the local superstore. You sneak past a group of rotters pacing around outside and start looking for the pharmacy and non-perishable food sections.
Okay.
Most of the supply has already been taken by people fleeing the city.
Assholes.
You hear muffled conversation from the other side of the store. As you peek through shelves, you see 4 people talking with each other. They're fellow looters gathering cans of food. Are you really looters at this point?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, you're not paying for shit, so you're looting.
I mean, the guy that owns it is probably dead, so...
True.
You know, it's just finders keepers. Allison has been rather cold to you the entire trip, clearly uneasy and not trusting, but she turns to you for your opinion. What do you think we should do? We don't know these people, but they might be friendly. I don't know why she's some weird gay British guy, but
yeah, I don't know as well. I was gonna ask, but like...
I'll just do some pitch shift on that and it'll be fine. Alright, so you get 4 options here. You can negotiate with them, avoid them and that part of the store. You can attack them, which obviously works well. Or you can lure rotters into the store as a distraction. And your guy is good at luring rotters, we've established.
Yeah, that's pretty much basically what I did the entire game. So I hear muffled conversation from the other side of the store. Suggests you 4 people talking to each other. Fellow looters gathering cans of food. So they're with the food. I don't think, like, we're a weekend, so I would think food has become somewhat important.
Yeah, and they did say food is low.
Yeah. If I attack them, I don't feel attacking them is the right way.
And there's 4 of them, and you. And Allison.
Well, here's the thing. I don't know. If I attack them, I think Allison will probably be pissed at me for my lack of humanity, I guess. Because, like, that's a blatant, like, lack of humanity. I'd like, let's just negotiate with them. Let's see what they think.
All right. Are they classic assholes or are they nice people?
They can be human.
Yeah, let's see. Did you get it as well then?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, so just a public service announcement. It seems this website does not like 2 people accessing it at the same time.
It's just, they're running it with an iPhone.
Yeah, they're running this literally on a shoestring budget. But whatever, it's great. I like it. I like this story. The guy put a lot of effort in. Okay, so you negotiate with them. You call out to the 4 looters and reveal yourself. They turn to you, surprised but intrigued. You and Allison talk to them about sharing the little remaining supplies in Mundo Trove. You feel like the conversation is going well when suddenly one of them leaps out and grabs Allison. He holds a glinting knife to her throat and stares at you. It's a dog-eat-dog world, friend, he says. We'll be keeping the supplies here, and you'll be telling us where your hideout is.
Can you give me a long no on how Allison would say that?
No, I do not remember.
No, just give me a long no on how Allison would say that, Cherry. Thank you.
No.
Thank you. That's what I wanted. See, that was that hard, was it?
Go.
You fucking fag. All right.
He gets 3 options here.
All right.
He says, we're staying at the theater, just let her go. We're staying at the bank, just let her go. Or attack them and save Allison.
Up until this point, lying has done great for me, so let's just lie to these fuckers. We're staying at the bank.
Alright, what's the bet? That's where they're staying.
In 5 minutes, you'll have the answer to what just...
Yep. Oop.
2
Might
people
as well
clicked.
watch some TikToks while we wait.
Yeah.
See what Andy's uploaded recently.
I haven't uploaded anything actually. I mainly use it to send pictures of my dick. Oh wow, okay.
Probably. Okay. So you said we're staying at the bank. Just let her go. The man eyes you suspiciously before throwing Allison to the floor. She gasps for breath in panic. That's Allison.
Yeah, I heard.
You better not be lying. The men overpower you and Allison and tie you up in the corner of Mondo Trove.
Oh, god damn it.
We'll go check the bank out, and if there's no one there, we're coming back for you.
Fuck.
Last one of the men as they strut out of the store.
Yeah.
The knots are tight, and it takes you ages to loosen them. Allison is struggling with her own ropes as well.
Shit, dumb Allison.
Way to go! Those maniacs will be back any second once they find out the bank is empty.
Oh, God.
You hear someone enter the store. Your stomach drops when you see the 4 looters again, angry and betrayed.
Oh,
they walk
God.
over to you. You're gonna pay for this. No, you're gonna pay for lying to us, friend, the knife-wielding man says. Slash!
God damn it. Ah, shit.
Your world grows cold as litters of warm blood pool beneath you. The last thing you see is a knife being held to Allison's throat.
You know what? You know what? It just seems that I'm not fucking surviving in this world.
You're not.
Mario has 3 lives. I have 3
You are
lives. Let's
dead.
just call it quits.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you want to know what this story, how it ends further, just go to play2. That's the number 2. .textadventures.co.uk. And you'll be able to find this Zombolocaust.
Zombolocaust by Peter Carlson.
Yeah.
Actually, dude, he put so much effort into this.
Yeah, that's actually I don't think this is a bad thing. Like
man,
made like small drawings and shit like that.
Yeah,
It's
he's got like
cute.
little caricatures and everything. But like literally, if you choose to go to Zoe, you go to like a whole different part of the city. This is like doesn't even resemble. It's not like a slight alternate twist. This is completely different.
That's actually fun that he put that effort into that.
Yeah.
So yeah,
dope.
yeah. Maybe we should tag him in it. You know, Peter Carlson, you're a bang up man, and I like your little doodly drawings.
He's a talented dude.
It's good.
Yeah. So hopefully, did you enjoy it, Andy? A little bit different.
I did. I actually the second story just fucking punch him in the dick twice. Just poo poo.
Gongs.
That
like
was the best fucking thing.
gong in Chinatown.
Yeah.
It was brilliant.
And Woodrow being my penis puppet was, of course, one of my highlights as well.
Of course.
Whatever happened to Woodrow, though? That's what I'm wondering.
Yeah, when we're done, I kind of want to go and see if you ever find him.
Yeah, probably.
Maybe he's the
All right.
zombie that kills you eventually. I don't know.
Oh, that would be sweet. That would be like full circle.
It would be. But we need a goodest boy this week. I completely forgot about
it. Yeah, we do have a goodest boy, my friend. And it's with great news as well. It's not one goodest boy. It's a couple goodest boy. South Africa has announced a decline in number of rhino lost to poaching in 2019. So we're actually doing a very good job. And I wanted to clarify this because like rhino shit is like definitely, it's very important business because there's not that many left. The Department of the Environment, Forestry and Fishery, DEFF, has reported a decline in the number of rhinos lost to poaching in South Africa in 2019. Minister Barbara Creasy has shared the results of the amazing efforts of animal welfare non-profits such as us, NGOs, rangers, and governments working to end poaching. DFF has reported that the number of rhinos lost to poaching declined from 769 in 2018 to 594. So that's
like
almost 200. Yeah, that's almost 200 less in a year's time. Now, the department has also reported a decline in elephant poaching from 71 in 2018 to 31 in 2019.
Is that because there was only 31 elephants left?
Probably.
But good job, South Africa.
We're actually, it's good to know that whatever they're doing, it's actually helping. And there's loads of There's loads of NGOs and like non-profits out there that help out these animals and help make preservations safer. So dig a little deeper into the preservation of rhinos and elephants. You'd be surprised how like horrible this shit is that these poachers do.
Mm-hmm.
But like still, like maybe if you have a little extra money, or you want to get involved in any form or way, or there's loads of way to actually help these people. Just go and Google that shit, and you'll find a shit ton of people helping or trying to help these animals. So it's not one goodest boy this week.
It's like a country. There's a good animals.
This one goes out to the 200 goodest boys that got saved in over a year's time. So, good on your rhinoceroses. Rhinoceroses. That's a weird word.
Yes, that makes sense.
Still is.
What is it in Flemish?
Neushoorn. It's basically nosehorn, what we're saying.
It sort of sounds like it, actually. Oh.
Neushoorn. It's nosehorn. It's just simple as that.
Flemish
Not everything has to be difficult. Yep.
Now we're all being educated on the show. Who would have known?
Nobody, not even us.
Well, I did not expect that. But all right, follow us on Twitter if you want. When this episode comes out, I'm going to throw up probably the links to the games or the stories, so that if you want to try them out yourself, you can do it. It's @_randompod on Twitter.
Yeah, and for Instagram, where you can see all the lovely pictures we take. You can go to @random.podcast. So that's @random.podcast. It's not a symbol it's the word @random.podcast. So if you type us in there. Also, if you've done a good deed this week, or if you're gonna do a good deed this week, then fucking light us the fuck up on your social media. Find us on Twitter and find us on Instagram. Take a picture of your good deed and send it to us, tag us in it, and we will be more than happy to share what you've accomplished, even if it's just putting a sock on an old man's cock. I don't know what the fuck you do as
you're becoming a woodrow.
It can be simple things like that.
No,
if you've done a good deed, if you give somebody a cup of coffee, if you pay it forward for somebody, like do whatever it is you think is makes someone's day better. If I like your shit well enough, I'll send you a gift. I got loads of gifts that we can give out to people.
Are you giving woodrows away?
No, but the people listening can be my cock puppets. I'm sorry, that's not true. Sorry. Yeah. No, I don't. Yeah.
But
no.
Are you going to spill the beans on what these gifts are, or are they just going to be a surprise?
We got cute little animal socks for the girls out there. I got patches that says I want to leave instead of I want to believe, with a UFO over it, like the X-Files line. Yeah, I got that.
Shit, that's going to be you next week.
I got little badges that say stay weird. I got little badges that say, UFOs are real. I got all sorts of fun stuff, like little gifts and gadgets and stuff to get.
Nice. I hope when you package it, put like a little tinfoil hat in there.
I might do that. Although I don't know if they'll allow. I don't know. We could do that. I could like make a tinfoil hat.
They'll probably think you're trying to smuggle drugs. Like, why does this guy have a aluminium foil in a fucking letter?
You don't know what I've been through. I've been through zombie apocalypses with green-eyed monsters.
No. Just write on a piece of paper in there in green crayon. It's turning the frogs gay. And then just put that in there, and just like as a joke for if they open it at the customs.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna, if it happens, I'll fucking put in a condom so you can get laid. And I'll give you a handwritten note. We'll give you everything I think is fucking worthy of just moments of happiness.
I will get Ali to cough on a note so she can spread her diseases around the world. So she feels a welcome part of this group today.
I don't think that's a good idea. But yeah, let's...
What do you think, Batman?
She's just lying there looking like a heroin addict or something. Say something cute,
out.
like tell her to say something to our audience. Give them a positive message,
Give
Ali.
a positive message to the audience, Ali.
Yeah, come on. Don't shout it from the back. Come up to the mic like a fucking normal person.
Yeah, you can hear how sick she is with this.
Don't piss off the Chinese government.
All right, well,
Sounds like she has a
that's
speech
probably the
impediment.
best way to end the episode.
I hope you enjoyed it, and come back next week for Andy's potentially lawsuit-riddled episode.
Yeah, if it happens, it happens. It'll be fun.
And if we're talking about cats and dogs and puppies and kittens and stuff, then it didn't happen.
Yeah. All right, thanks so much for listening, baby.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.